2, 1. Archers, attack! Keep firing! Let none escape! Another down! Do not relent!
Welcome to episode 200 of Do Not Relent. It's the big 200. I already said that. I'm Slidewhistle.
I am Immunization, and honestly, it's kind of shocking. Like, 200 is a lot, guys.
Hey, it's me, Aaron, Fire Mage Extraordinaire and Horde Punching Bag, and I felt really bad because episode 100 was the very last day of the Battle for Azeroth. And here we are, 100 episodes later, and it's just kind of in the twilight zone of Shadowlands. I guess Dragonflight is coming, but not right now.
And we'll get to it a little more later, but, like, we don't even officially know when pre-patch is gonna hit. But before we get to, like, actual WoW stuff, we can kick it off with a few more reviews that we received. I would say we had 3 fake ones that were just there for the stupid bonus roll.gg giveaway, and then 1 real one. So we will take a shot this week, but here are our fake ones. Or at least I've deemed them fake. There's a 5-star from Gakar that says, amazing. We have a 5-star from Inugugu that just says, good. Thank you for amazing podcasts. 5 out of 5. And then we have a 5-star from George Carvajal that just says, great podcast. But then we have a real 5-star review from Camille, and it says, Knack Attack. Heard the boys saying no real person is writing reviews. Well, there you go. Great show. Very funny. But be careful, because if you keep making jokes like that, Richard Knack will use his Knack Attack, and it might end up being heroic or mythic. Also, guess Childrion. Smiley face. Also, don't care about the Dragonflight beta key.
Camille says, actually, he refuses. Do not give it to them. If they are selected for the beta key, they do not care. All they want to do is just send a little smile emoticon to Gas Childrion.
I do really appreciate that. Just like, guess Childrion, smiley face.
That's amazing. It's so, and watch, now they're gonna win the beta key. It's inevitable. It's gonna happen. That's exactly what's gonna happen with it.
Listen, it's the one that's deserved out of all of these.
I don't know. Did you see George Cavajal's? Great show. Great show. That's pretty powerful.
What if Inugugu is real? Good. Thank you for the amazing podcast. 5 out of 5. That sounds like a real review.
I do think there's at least 1 or 2 that may have been real, and just people who are like, I am not so good with my words. Like, I don't want to write you a full thing. That said, I'm ready for them. They have to step up. Otherwise, I am siding with Immune and thinking you're a dang robot.
Send me an email, Inugugu, and the only way I'll know if it's truly you or not is if you send it to navarracoffin@gmail.com. That's the only way you can verify the true Inugugu.
Yeah, I guess if any of these are actual reviews as opposed to just here for the contest, email slidewhistle@navarracoffin@gmail.com, and we will retroactively take a shot in your honor if this was the case, and there's a little bit of oversight on my part. But I have poured myself a shot of vodka to kick off the show in celebration of Camille's review here.
You know how we do it here. We're all doing Slim Jim shots.
Slidewhistle before the show tried to convince me that this was a thing. He took a Slim Jim and swirled it around in his little shot glass of vodka and then took a bite of it.
I can't say it's not a thing, but in my heart of hearts, I don't think a Slim Jim shot is real.
Aaron, go to your closet and pull out your box of Slim Jims and dip one in your shot glass and swirl it around. Join me in the Slim Jim shot.
But our beef jerky is so old and cold.
I know.
I mean,
Okay.
does jerky ever go bad? I mean, I feel like that's its thing. It's supposed to survive like nuclear fallout, right?
Who you jerking around?
Okay, well, I've shoved my beef snack deep within my shot glass. Let's go.
I did actually eat a Slim Jim before this, and I'm going to take a shot and then chase it with a Slim Jim.
Cheers, boys. Cheers, Camille.
200th episode, guys. We're doing a shot. It's actually crazy. How long has it been since we had like a actual review?
You know what? I could go back and check the time, but the things are all fucked up. So, August 21st, 2022, we had to take 20 shots that day.
Oh, God. It's been a minute since I've taken a shot.
Yeah, that's really bad.
Cubby Bub got us these little Crown Royale shots, but they have a little small mouth. So, like, I had my head tipped back, like, gluk, 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 gluk. It's like, oh, come on.
Oh, is it like one of the little shooter things?
Yeah, I think it's to introduce a shot into something else, but you can't just, like, pop it open and, like, splorp it down like a regular shot.
Splorp. Hey, everyone, maybe you're noticing my microphone's not clicking anymore. Don't worry, I changed the buttons. I've been notified way too late, but it's here.
Listen, we didn't want to be rude.
Listen, also, you listeners out there, if you have any auditory problems with the podcast, let us know. We'll fix it too. Okay, my Slim Jim has been chewed and digested.
I got so scared. I heard a cat noise behind me, and then I turned, and it was Cubby Bub, and I was like, for some reason, despite the fact only 3 people live in our home, I was just like, who are you? Stranger.
Like, what is this?
Is she like Hermione from that one Harry Potter movie? Like she turned into a cat?
I won't talk about the World of Warcraft, though. More importantly, August 25th. I'm pointing my big finger at the WrestleMania sign. Something's happening.
In August 25th?
Bruh. You mean
October 25th. I've moved
please.
my finger slightly to a different WrestleMania sign.
Don't make me wait that long. Okay, let's start off with they changed how the affix in Dragonflight will work for Mythic Plus.
Okay, so yes, Thundering. They've already changed it like 3 times since last week we even recorded, which is, I mean, like people are mad about this affix, and I kind of understand why. It seems like very hard, very annoying. It's just going to be such a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I hate this change. Okay, so before what used to happen was, okay, you would have a lightning debuff around you that would inflict nature damage to players standing within the area, and it would stun them for 1.5 seconds. And that was it. So it was just like a stun, it was annoying, and the stun would basically always happen if you overlapped. Now they're trying to rework it to make it like more dynamic. Now it's Razgarath marks players with Mark of Wind or Mark of Lightning, granting them 15% increased damage and healing for 15 seconds. So you're stronger during those 15 seconds. Coming into contact with the opposing mark will neutralize the effect on both players. So let's just start there. There's more to it. So there's going to be twin debuffs, or dueling debuffs, I guess, right?
Yeah, think Anduin fight blasphemy circles. Like you'll have to find your buddy. But what's weird is this isn't a dungeon. There's 5 of you. So there's an uneven number, so I don't know what that means.
Well, do you find your buddy or do you stay away from your buddy?
Yeah, it's hard to tell, right? So, the second half of this, after 15 seconds, marked players are afflicted with primal overload, stunning them and inflicting 9 nature damage every 1 second for 8 seconds.
So I think the min-max strat will be to have the debuff for like 12 to 13 seconds and then start making your way over to whoever you're going to cleanse yourself with so you don't get stunned.
Yeah, I was about to say that, I guess, color me impressed. I think that's interesting, having to juggle like, okay, yeah, we get the superpowers for 12 seconds and then make sure you're near each other.
I hate this. I don't want this to go through. I want them to go back to the old buff.
The shooting in diagonals, I hated that thing back when it was pain orbs instead of thunder orbs.
Honestly, maybe I think I like that better, because as a melee player, this is gonna be this is gonna suck. Either what's gonna happen is you're gonna stack by accident with the other melee target, and you're gonna lose the buff immediately, or you're gonna have the buff and a ranged player will have the buff, and the fucking ranged player will not move forward, and you're gonna have to either A, lose DPS and run back to the ranged player, or B, you're gonna get stunned because they didn't move towards you.
All I'm saying, Slide, is that you can hit someone with your claws in 0.5 seconds. It takes me 7 seconds to throw a pyroblast, so get your little self over here so we don't die.
All I'm saying is that I know that if there is an uneven amount, the healer is going to be the one that's just going to have to eat it and be stunned.
Why can't the mage just blink in the melee and lose 0 downtime and still cast a fireball?
Because it doesn't work like that, I don't think. I think Blink
does.
allows you to. I don't think you can. Shimmer cancels a spell, I'm pretty sure.
It shouldn't.
Well, still, I've got other abilities. I am always at max attack range. You'll never get me to move in.
8 seconds is such a long time. That's such a long time to be stunned. Like, what the fuck? Like, you're dead, right? And any other Aphex is going to hit you in that time frame.
I don't think it specifically says that they're stunned for 8 seconds, does it? It just says that the dot is on you for 8 seconds.
If you don't remove the buff after 15 seconds, when the buff times out, you will be stunned for 8 seconds and take damage every second for the duration.
Okay, so all I know is based especially on our conversation we just had, what's going to happen is everyone's going to be stunned for 8 seconds and then we'll wipe, like, every time Thundering happens.
Honestly, I feel like the strat's going to be to clear your buff immediately and say, fuck the buff. Fuck the buff, clear it, don't get stunned, we'll get through it. Maybe like 5 seconds. But like 12 seconds, I feel like for our guild or our group, that's pushing it.
Yeah.
Because we're going to forget. It just doesn't seem like I don't think it's fun. I have hated the Anduin fight because of that, because I can't control what everybody else does, and they just fuck it up, and I don't want to deal with that.
I definitely think it's the worst affix we've been presented with since we have really been playing Mythic Plus.
Yeah, the mechanics of it I understand and I'm fine with. The 8-second stun, if it goes to 10.0, that it's 8 full seconds, that cannot go. I refuse to believe they're going to punish you that hard for messing this up, considering all the other stuns are for, what, like a second and a half?
They probably figure, like, these fools have, like, 15 full seconds to find their partner.
Yeah.
I want to know how many buffs are going out, because it's either going to be 2 buffs or 4 buffs. People in the comments are idiots. So like, oh, there's 5 people in a dungeon. How could they pair up? Well, obviously, idiot. One of them's not going to be getting the buff, and it's probably the tank.
It has to be 2, I feel like. Like, if... Once again, I know it's like, they have 15 full seconds. To be stunned for 8 seconds, to have 4/5 of your group stunned that amount of time, I refuse to believe they think that's fair. It has to be 2 of them. And so, like, 2 of your DPS aren't doing anything, and then that's it.
I think you're right, and you're onto something by saying that the tank is going to be the one that won't get it, because they specifically say damage and healing done. So I think that means that it's the 3 DPS and the healer.
That makes sense. Also, what happens when someone dies? What if your pair dies, like in a boss mechanic? Would you be stunned for 8 seconds, or will the buff fall off?
Well, in Anduin, you can run to the corpse, right? Sometimes. Like, I think.
Usually the corpse is going to be in a bad... Like, I'm just thinking, like, okay, obviously we're going to have different dungeons. Sanguine Depths. Someone dies in the red sticky goo, and they're out of the area. You can't get to them without dying. You know what I mean? Like, there's going to be... Or they fall off the map. Like, shit, like what happens?
I also wonder if this stun could be, like, dispelled or something.
I mean, I feel like... I don't see why it wouldn't be. So, like, tremor totems would become, like... So shamans would become mandatory, right? They would almost have to tweak it so that tremor totem wouldn't work on this, which would be kind of weird, but I think it would be needed, right? Otherwise, every group would require a shaman.
I'm gonna not be doom and gloom. I'm going to only assume it'll be 2 people that it gives it to. And then I'm also going to say probably this iteration will not continue. It'll probably be fixed by the time this episode comes out.
Oh, yeah. By the time we come to our next episode where we'll have to talk about it again, I'm sure it'll be changed 3 more times. But, yeah, so take that all with a grain of salt, listeners.
I hope that's the case. But, you know, now that we've said it will change, I don't think it will. We did a reverse episode 200 curse. It's going to be our anti-birthday gift. What is your guys' 200th favorite memory of the show? Mine's right now.
So that's not a very favorite memory then. That's like probably bottom of the barrel, right?
Try doing it golf rule style, though.
So would that make it one of your favorite memories?
That's right.
I wanted to weigh in, but Cubby Bub started very loudly playing Disney Dream World, and I was like,
fuck Goofy yet?
Okay, Cubby Bub, this is live, episode 200. Come on in. Did you fuck Goofy yet? Max came by and she didn't feel comfortable. She didn't want to replace his beloved mother that quick.
Wait. So Max is in the game?
No, Max is Disney is a bunch of cucks and they refuse to give us the max content that we're craving, he is not in the game. But honestly,
Bullshit.
I'm fine with that because I saw the Christmas special where he brought along Mallory and it was not Roxanne, and I refuse to let Max in any more content now that isn't him and Roxanne based.
Yeah, well, yeah, dude, because now it's Goofy and Roxanne together, you know?
God, can you fucking imagine? Wait, no, she's a kid. Goofy, what the hell?
No, it's fine now. It's fine now. Years have passed.
No, did you see the librarian he got with in the sequel? She's
Wait, what about the
she's
sequel?
fine. Extremely Goofy movie is a nothing movie other than the fact that Goofy goes to college with Max and he gets with the school librarian and she is a grade A smoke show. Sexiest NPC of the week. The librarian from Extremely Goofy movie.
So fucking sexy. Okay, so I you want to walk a little bit backwards back to the dungeon talk. I think last week we discussed how the eye levels are being tweaked up to plus 18s, when now they're plus 20s. So that's the highest eye level peak. People are getting gear all up and down that spectrum, so the ladder's even larger now. We'll see how that goes.
This might be a hot take. I don't know. I kind of feel like it's a good change because like the max, like I feel like it at least makes rating and Mythic Plus more even because we were getting like Mythic, like higher than like some Mythic rating gear for doing a plus 15 in your vault, right? So that's probably what the change is here is. Because I feel like Mythic rating and Keystone Hero are probably similar, or they want them to be similar types of achievements. So like a plus 20 or clearing Mythic bosses in Raid. It makes sense to me.
I think we're going to get bodied. I think that 20s are going to be an astronomical feat season 1.
Yeah, I think it's the opposite of rating, where they were like, we went a little too hard with rating. We're going to scale that back. I think they want absolute max level Mythic to be a ball buster. So it's like, it's just going to be tough again. You're going to hope and dream that you can get past a 12.
Dude, that's what's so scary, because they've also changed how scaling works. So when you hit an 11, a plus 11, the damage scaling used to scale by 8%, right? So now instead it's going to scale at 10%. So they're already like putting a little increase on the damage going out on an 11.
I wonder if they're doing this scaling because they must have some kind of data about maybe the talent trees that they feel are more influential in like our personal output than what a base level legendary we had in Shadowlands would do.
That's probably, it has to be what it is, right? And we can get those a lot earlier. So they've included a table here. So like before a plus 11 in Shadowlands, the enemies, the mobs in there would get a 100% increase to their health and their damage. In Dragonflight, it's going to be 104%, which that's small for an 11, but you have to remember, this keeps scaling as you go up. So let's just look at a 15. At a 15, the enemies get 172% damage and health. In Dragonflight, they're going to be getting 198%. That's 200% more, which you wouldn't normally see until like maybe like a 17 or a 16 before.
Yeah, I feel like knowing like our push group for keys, I feel like in early Dragonflight we'll probably struggle with 15s for a while. I don't know how long it will be before we're like capable of doing much higher. Honestly, the first few weeks we might be struggling to do like 10s. So we'll see, especially when we don't know the dungeons that well.
And we're going to be on evokers. Both cases, but just at the max level that I'm going to be doing, try to do is a 20, right? Last season, or Dragonflight, 300% increased damage and health. In Dragonflight, that's going to be 380%. That's almost 100% stronger in every way out of 20. We're fucked.
Yeah, these portals are going to be hard.
Only saving grace will be that maybe an evoker will be absolutely cracked and will be able to squeeze through.
They are increasing the difficulty 11-fold because they're like, everyone's going to be an evoker, right? Like, you're going to have 4 times the power that anyone of any previous group.
Hey, at least with all these evokers, our group will actually have a hero for our push group.
If they ever put the fucking pre-patch out so I can play an evoker, I want to be one so bad.
Oh, yeah. So I was alluding to this earlier. The date everyone's been talking about is October 25th. They still have not outright confirmed that that's when pre-patch will be happening. I actually don't think it's when it's going to be happening. The only thing that they've announced with that date is when Season 4 of Shadowlands, so like Mythic Plus and PvP and raids, that's when it's ending.
It's gotta be that.
That's gotta be it. That's gotta be that.
What do you have if a season isn't active? I guess, I mean, have we had that before where it's just like, this is a waiting time?
In the past, yes, we've had like an in-between time when it's nothing for like a week or two.
I guess, yeah. But I feel like that's usually like content was announced and was on the way. It's like, okay, 1 week of grace, and then next week is season 2. I feel like it's got to be like, okay, end of the season, new stuff's coming now. Like, it does not behoove them to have just like, okay, end of Shadowlands. Just get some ice cream in the park for a bit.
I think they're being petty. I think they're pissed at this leak in the first place, and they're like, okay, on the 25th, which is the day everyone's like, yeah, the 25th, season will be ending. And that's it. That's all we have.
Yeah, that's it.
Then they're like, wait. We have one more thing. Also on the 25th, your Shadowlands tier sets won't be working anymore.
The ultimate shit heel. Now, the real question is, remember, the 25th is a Tuesday, obviously. It's a maintenance week. Will pre-patch come out the 25th? Or will it come out the next week after that? Now, I ask this because they are testing the PTR tomorrow. They're testing the Dragonflight pre-patch event. So, I mean,
it's just, I feel like we're getting drastically close here. We're like within a reset almost of when the 25th is, and it's just weird to me that they haven't outright announced it. I feel like they've announced, they've said all these things, but like there's still no date, and it feels really weird to me that they've excluded actually outright saying that the 25th is pre-patch, which makes me feel like it might not be.
I mean, they've done week drops before, I feel like, where it's like, next week, shit's coming.
You're right,
I feel like Shadowlands pre-patch was like that, where people were like, when's it coming? And then Ian was like, he came in, cigarette like draped out of his mouth, just threw it down on the kitchen table. Next week. Shut the fuck up. Don't ask me for nothing.
All right, kids, shut the fuck up. It's coming. There's a blue post about the testing tomorrow. Just saying how they're going to be testing at 10 a.m. They're going to be testing the intro quest line, the elemental storms happening in the Badlands and Ungoro. And it says these storms will change the surrounding area's weather and enhance enemies with additional powers. So like it'd be like a lightning storm or like a wind storm or something. And it's filled out in the comments like I always do. And little Ecroletto says, that's 2 locations and Old Man, which at least I knew about. Where else we going? Give us at least 2 more locations, please. I want a world-spanning event. Every motherfucker who says they don't use the old land says they don't use it enough because they only give us 2 locations at a time. Like they want like a whole cataclysm upgrade every single time they do something.
You can never please these people.
I want to be paying so many mages to go everywhere.
Fools. That's exciting. Maybe, you know what? If I'm awake tomorrow, maybe I'll hop in on that. I got no work tomorrow, baby. Because it's episode 200. I said, yo, boss, I'm not working tomorrow. I got a podcast to record tonight.
And we have a bonus episode to record after this, too.
Fuck. Yeah, check that out at our Patreon at Do Not Relent. Is that what it is?
Patreon.com/Do Not Relent. And for all of you crumbums, maybe we'll be opening the cookie jar for just a little peek this week to show you what you've been missing.
Yeah, stay tuned, you little mouses. Maybe you'll get a little chocolate chip in your stockings.
Ooh, play your cards right. You can get the upper hand on Nathan Lane and own a string cheese factory.
Play that fiddle, baby.
Spoilers for the end of Mouse Hunt.
Come on, dude. What the fuck?
I know people really value their mid-90s Nathan Lane pictures. He put some cheese in his shoelace machine. He made string cheese. That's how it came to you. Mouse Hunt.
Mouse Hunt's so fucking weird.
You know what else?
Speaking of Mouse Hunt.
You know what else is fucking weird?
Oh, okay. What's fucking weird? You tell me.
Okay, so we all played the Dragonflight beta. Unless you left a spam comment on bonus roll, then you haven't yet. But we know the fact that them evokers, they love two black dragons. We're talking about Raytheon, and we're talking about Ebonhorn. So why the fuck do you get titles for hanging out with Raytheon and Sibelian? Sibelian? Why? Where'd this guy come from? I know he was like a Necro Drake in Outland. Have we ever heard of him showing up until now?
No, I think the only thing that I've heard about Sibelian was some posts being like, Sibelian never died. We never killed him. We helped his brood and he flew away somewhere. So he's still around. And everyone's like, no, they're not going to use Sibelian. And then bam, they're using Sibelian.
It just feel like, I mean, and I'm sure it shows up and he has a valid reason. But I played the beta. He wasn't around. And it wasn't until this post where it's like, people who ally themselves with the different leaders will get different titles. For Raytheon, it is Agent of the Black Prince. And for Sibelian, it's Paragon of the Obsidian Brood. And I was like, excuse me?
I think they're both pretty cool titles. But like the thing is, I was looking into it, and it seems like you can start grinding rep with one or the other, and it's like more towards the end of the Dragonflight campaign that's currently available. So I feel like it's more of like an end game thing where you try to like align with one, but you can also, I believe, daily or weekly you can realign and then start doing dailies for the other one. So you can on the same character eventually get like exalted or whatever it is with both of them, because there are rewards for that in addition to the title. They're like mounts and toys.
What I don't get, which I guess as I'm saying out loud I understand. So the Horde get to hang out with Ebonhorn, and we hang out with Raytheon. But the text implies it's like Raytheon or Sibelian are competing to lead the black dragons. So you're telling me that the Horde get the loser Dragonflight, he's not even trying. He's just like, no, it's fine. They can fight for it. I don't care. He's like the oldest one. Why is he fighting for it?
The fate of Black Dragonkind is in the hand of these two. And then Sibelian also got a call at some point. He got BCC'd on the email eventually.
BCC'd? It's pretty good. That's pretty good. You get it?
I mean, like, I just feel like it's very on brand for the Horde to get the second alternate, like, randomly thrown their way, and we get, like, you know, an actual contender.
This has nothing to do with anything, but I'm putting these pictures in host chat. I love the fact that I don't know. There's just, I looked up pictures of Sibelian's human form, which he has a new one, but I couldn't find it. But I did find these old pictures of him, and it's just funny to see this updated version and then just this scrinkly one.
Hey, nobody laughed at the BCC Burning Crusade Classic.
I didn't even notice that.
That's what they abbreviated it to the whole time. Isn't that crazy?
Oh, shit, that is. I was just going on the fact, like an email term.
Oh, no, I was like blind carbon copy, right? Like,
yeah.
It's a double entendre today. Also, Sibelian, whoa, he's looking a little saucy. Those are some hot shoulders. Those
yeah,
like
literally hot. My man
snakes.
looks like he's on fire. I didn't even know this guy existed, but damn. He's a looker.
They're going to have to really... I mean, maybe Sibelian's hype. I didn't make it to him when I was doing my leveling. But why would anybody pick him over picking Raytheon? This is like the fucking Demon Hunter pick. When it was like, you can have one of these two Demon Hunters to back you. Do you want the really cool guy? Or do you want the guy who's literally called... Name the traitor because he betrayed the Demon Hunters? Who's picking the fucking traitor? He's a traitor.
you're acting as if like Demon Hunter players in general aren't edgy enough to be like, I side with the traitor.
Okay, well, I guess I did side with shade of a comma over a comma.
Boo,
But because the
boo.
comma's a traitor. He betrayed my people.
You betrayed a comma, boo. He's still
He
in the
stabbed us in the
screaming
back.
pit. The Flying
Good,
Dutchman
fuck him.
threw him in the fly of eternity, and he's still screaming as he falls by a picture of pasta.
And you want to know where Shade of a Comma is? Follow me around in New Dalaran. I'm my demon hunter. 'Cause he's a homie.
Waiting next to the teleport for Slidewhistle to come back, like he's that one dog. He waits by the train every day for his master, and you see Shade of a Comma just sit down and quietly close his eyes.
Have you seen my Order Hall champion?
Also, Sibelian,
My Order Hall champion.
Rathion's been doing all sorts of silly business. You know who's got the best interest of the Black Dragons in his heart? The guy who's just been sitting there next to a big map being like, how can I help my people? Mark me down as a Sibelian stan. He has done nothing, which means he could do anything.
Yeah, but I want to be Rathion's friend. I want to watch him and Anduin do the dirty.
He'll send you a formal invitation. I plan to plunder the King of Stormwind's backside. You can come in and observe if you like.
There's 2 reserved seats in the closet for your viewing pleasure.
You'll have to squeeze in with left and right, but they'll leave some room in the middle for you. I drilled 3 peepholes in this Stormwind wardrobe.
One's for Sibelian, though. let him have his in the corner.
Right doesn't get to view. She'll just press her ear to the door and listen.
That or like Sibelian's not in the wardrobe, just like actually over in the corner in a chair sitting to watch.
Oh my god, I just saw Kate's Monster Mash pick. That's so good.
Thank you. She worked real hard on it. It was a secret project.
Oh, is that gonna be like the art for the episode?
It very much can be. Hey, everyone.
We should
It
slide that
should
shit
be.
in there.
That has been officially decided now, Gavel
It's easy,
Smack.
right? It's not hard. You
Yeah,
can just like
it's
put it
easy.
like yeah.
You know what else is easy? Sunday morning, which it's not. It's Friday morning. Far too early because I have to wake up at 4 a.m. to edit this thing. And it's probably like 5:30 a.m. now when I'm recording this Growl on the Prowl.
It was 5:49.
Hey everyone, Growl here again. It's episode 200, so forgive me for this cop-out, but I figured I'm owed one every 50 or so episodes. I just wanted to say how special it is to still be doing this show with my 3 friends after all this time, and how amazing all of you are for listening and supporting us. 200 seems like a huge amount, and yet I can assure you it's only the beginning. As long as Blizzard keeps shelling out new iterations of their 6.5 out of 10 multiplayer RPG, we'll be here to play the bra sound effect over it. Bruh. So thank you, DN Army, for giving us 200 good episodes, and maybe even 17 great ones. And I'll see you with my usual report next time. Love you all. Mwah. I'm back from spamming my emoji in the chat. Let's continue on to part 2.
Part 200.
Wop, 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 wop.
Hey.
I want you guys to name something you've eaten 200 of. Go.
Oatmeal cream pie.
Mine's popcorn.
So wait, so popcorn like batches of popcorn or like individual kernels?
I was about to. I
Which
mean,
one's yours, Immune?
I guess that's true.
I don't know. 200 is like simultaneously like a lot, but like I for some reason I immediately was like bowls of cereal. But like I feel like I've probably eaten more than 200 bowls of cereal. Like probably a lot more than 200 bowls of cereal. So I will say Why is this Rice Krispie treats?
Ooh, why is it actually a pretty good guess?
Rice Krispie treats
That's
really
pretty
is
good.
something one has a lot, but not like every day. I feel like I probably have had 200, if not like 250 Rice Krispie treats, but that's probably it.
There's probably an ice cream bar that I've eaten like just 200 of in like two or three summers as a kid. Probably like the wrestling bars. It's gotta be an easy 200.
The wrestling bars, were they shaped like wrestlers? Could I get a Hulk Hogan
The wrestling
lolly?
bars were the absolute best ice creams for multiple reasons. Reason number one, it had your wrestlers on it. So it was like it was like a breaded cookie on the outside. Or was it chocolate? Maybe it was chocolate. I don't remember actually. But like the wrestler would be like imprinted on it in like chocolate form. So like it'd be like just Stone Cold's like upper torso. Or it'd be like The Rock giving you like an eyebrow. But they didn't last very long. It was maybe like 3 or 4 years, I feel like, that I saw them, and then they kind of went away. But they tasted. They were such a good ice cream. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Vanderlyle, I know you've had some of those bars before. They're tasty. Tell Aaron how good they are. Thank you, Vanderlyle.
He did. He heard it on the wind like a smoke signal or like the horns of Gondor, and he phoned me and gave me a very quick 15-second synopsis.
Wait, oh my god, wait, Aaron, did you know this lore? The ice cream bars are so iconic that CM Punk brought back the wrestling ice cream bars when he came back into wrestling at AEW, and he had the pretty cool ice cream place that was on the corner of our old street. They made CM Punk like 1,000 ice cream bars to bring to the wrestling event with him.
I knew he brought a bunch of ice cream because you made fun of him for it, but I did not know it was the ice cream shop that I have viewed with my eyeballs.
It was like literally down the street from where we used to live, which is really weird. And also, like, I don't know, not to shit on it too much, I don't really care for the place that much.
It's very expensive ice cream treats, but if you find yourself in Chicago on California Ave, maybe you could go to Pretty Cool Ice Cream and support them, because we don't. But I think they deserve the support because they made it this fucking long, and I don't know how they're still standing, but they're doing it. It's honestly because CM Punk, probably. You get him a lot of money to do that. Oh, anyway, sorry. You're talking about WoW stuff. Now, in the year of our fucking Lord, 2022, in Dragonflight, when it drops, we will be able to see the boat timers.
Dun, dun, dun. It's wild that they don't just allow you to warp to where you're going. It's weird that we still have a physical boat, but finally, we can see how long it will be until that physical boat arrives.
Has Wowhead formally announced this yet?
I did see.
Yeah, they announced it like several weeks ago, I feel like. But it's also cool because like it also will show like it will have like a progress bar with like the time, and then also say like the location that it's physically going to, so you can easily see where each dock is going.
My favorite part was I didn't see this on Wowhead. I saw this today, 2 hours ago, and from the World of Warcraft Facebook post. See, I want to source other things that aren't Wowhead, and then you're like, yeah, they posted it 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, oh man, getting used to Facebook is old.
I mean, like, yeah. I mean, I feel like everything Facebook is at least like several weeks behind, which is weird that like their official account would also be behind.
It's crazy that, like, this is just now being implemented, but it's also even crazier that I've never questioned it. I've never sat there and gone, like, why is there a timer on this? Why is there a cast bar I can see? I just go, fuck. Hey, anyone know when the boat came last?
Yeah, I just roll up, and I'm just like, boat's not here. And then I just press X to sit down and just wait till boat there.
Or, okay, maybe this is just a Stormwind problem, but have you guys ever, like, sat at a dock thinking it was the right dock, and then it's, like, that 1 or 2 docks in the Stormwind Harbor that literally not a single boat ever comes to?
The amount of times I've been high out of my mind sitting at that dock waiting and being like, it's been 35 minutes. Where's the boat? And then I go over and I'm like, fuck. I'm at that little dinky dock that goes nowhere. Why is that dock, like, still in the game? Like, no one uses it. I sit there and I say, nobody come there. What's it there for? I mean, that's pretty cool.
Speaking of news that I sourced from the World of Warcraft Facebook page, Apparently, finally, year of our Lord 2022, the Horde and Alliance will somewhat get along when it comes to tagging mobs.
I'm so excited for this change. That's right, we're sharing mob tags across factions, starting with Dragonflight pre-patch, which we don't have a date for still.
But it's still capped at, I believe, 5 players, regardless of faction. And obviously this is not, like, if you are in war mode, like, you cannot share mobs, I don't think.
No, you cannot, which is, you know what, I'm thinking of the return. I think it's time to go back into fight mode.
You know what I really do? There's not much to do at the end of Shadowlands here. Might as well get some prep work in for the beginning of Dragonflight.
Let's beat some ass.
Let's smoke some grass,
and get our asses beat.
Eat some ass, and beat some glass.
This is a great change, though. I just feel like there were a lot of times when it would just be me and a horde at like 3 a.m. questing, and he's taking all my shit. And so I'm like, fine, I'll go invisible and I'll wait by the mob and take it from him. Like it's like a warfare that I can't even spit anymore. So once spit's removed, this had to happen. It had to be a change.
Which, like, it's bad, like, when it becomes a race to see, like, you need to run around and tag everything before the horde in the area can, just so that, like, they are yours.
Oh my god, Amanda yelled at me in Wrath Classic 2 weeks ago because I took a mob that he claimed was his mob. And he was like, hey, what are you doing? And I was like, what? I'm questing.
What, was he attacking it? Or was it just like he made a mental note that he was like, I'm gonna get to you, guy?
So it was an area that has like, pick up these things off the floor, but also there are enemies nearby who won't let you pick them up. And so I have had many of my things stolen from me. I'm fighting a zombie and someone takes the piece of wood that I was going to grab and I'm like, all right, mental note, I'm going to steal your shit later, whatever. That's what happens. So, it's a dog-eat-dog world. So I see a man fighting 2 orcs and I'm like, oh, he's not going to fucking get that piece of wood. That's my wood. I grabbed the wood. Dude, seriously? And I was like, what? And he was like, that was mine. And I was like, if it was yours, you would have had it. And he was like, you need to learn how to be fucking rude in this game or you won't get anywhere. And I said, LOL, Oof. Okay.
He might say that you didn't get anywhere, but you're 1 wood ahead of him.
One of us finished the quest at 7:32 p.m. The other finished it at 7:45. Who's winning the race now, guy?
The last piece of what I got was a second steal from him. But I had already blocked him, so he couldn't whisper me. And I'm like, fuck, I should have unblocked him.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and just fill this here time with a time warp.
200 shots to the chest! There better be 200 potential answers for this, for episode 200!
There just might be... Okay, Shadowlands is coming to a close. This shit is over. We're packing up the chairs. We're cleaning up the streamers. We're going to turn out the lights soon. But the very last thing we do before we turn out the lights is get our title. I am talking about Veil Strider. I want the two of you to give me as many of the things that one must accomplish to achieve Veil Strider. Are you ready?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Get ready, get set, go!
All the Korthia stuff.
Ada Zareth Mortis. The achievements
Make
for
stuff.
getting like rep in all of the
Creation
all
Catalyst.
the exalted things.
Make mounts at the machine mount making place.
Maybe Twisted Corridors? I don't know.
Torghast, Tower of the Damned. There's probably something raid. No, there's nothing raid related in there.
I feel like the storyline quests achievements in all of the zones and
killing world bosses. I think all the world bosses have to die. So all the world bosses in Revendreth, all the world bosses in Ardenweald, all the world bosses in Zareth Mortis.
Would you believe it? Slidewhistle actually got nothing.
No, honestly, I do believe that because When he said Ada's Earth Mortis, I couldn't even remember what was in Ada's Earth Mortis.
So yes, there's a whole list of things, but it includes killing all the bosses in all of the raids, completing the storylines in Korthia and Zeri Morty, a whole bunch of stuff, and Immunization got more of the stuff.
Oh boy.
Well, you know how we do on this podcast. As episode 200, I have to take 200 shots. So I'll be back.
Go. I remember the drunk driving video I had to watch in segment 2 of Driver's Ed was like, Chugs McKenzie took 21 shots for his 21st birthday. And then it cut to like his friend who's like, I came to the bathtub and Chugs was blue. He was blue, man. And I remember being like, are we going to get in a car at some point? What does this have to do with driving school?
Okay, yeah, my segment 2 was also just like a lot of weird videos. And
Segment 2
why?
is literally just like where they hammer it home like, you turn too fast, you're going to die. You drink, you're going to die. You look around at the hose, you're going to die.
But like this is actually a conversation that like Slidewhistle and I had with Sweaty Gumbo, and I believe Michigan is one of the only places that like has driver's ed like separated like that. Like in Iowa, they didn't have a second segment.
Does she not know all the things that can kill her?
No, she has no clue, because about there it's just corn. So that was covered in segment 1.
You drive into the corn, you die. You look at the corn, you die. You think about the corn, you die.
If you have sex, you will get pregnant and die.
This segment 1 is actually just all about, like, you know how farms have, like, the grain silos that kill you? They're just all about that, even though there's nothing driving related because it's so dangerous out there.
If you see the corn swirling down and it looks real pretty, do not put your head in it. You will get swallowed up and die like a pigeon.
That's honestly, I'm not even lying. That's got to be one of the scariest ways to die. The fact that it's so... The fact that I know about the grain silo thing, I don't work anywhere near any of that kind of stuff. It's terrifying. You drown on plant.
Yeah, no, like Sweaty was actually telling us that like that's actually a thing. Like people died by drowning in grain silos.
It's a huge problem. Tons of farmers die each year. They make robots that stir it for you because it's too dangerous to do it yourself. Anyway, I'm taking my shot now. I was stalling because that vodka shot really was bad. This is a rum shot of Captain Morgan.
I just like thinking of those corn farmers who are like, damn, I'm around the corn all day. I do want to slam myself into this here corn. And then they go diving in like they're Scrooge McDuck, and it's like, oh no, Peepaw got swallowed up by the corn. He got too corn horny.
No, they're just stirring it. They have to stir it so there's no bad grain on the sides. So it's a job you have to do like every day.
It was terrible. Peepaw got swallowed up, but his thrashing in the corn did knock some of the kernels loose, so we'll make sure that this was a fine harvest.
Hey everybody, welcome to a special episode of UnderWatch. I'm SleepiTony.
You're not the real Tony. It's me, Immunization, though.
Imposter Tony. It's me. It's a duck gun. That's technically my UnderWatch name.
We've been playing so much Overwatch 2. I know this isn't WoW related, but I feel like it's crazy, right? Is it crazy? Like, what a weird... How long will this renaissance last, this game, do you think?
I don't know. It's very weird because there is this whole insurgence of people, like, even friends that we have in real life that are playing Overwatch for the very first time because I guess it's free and, like, there's some, like, normie hype for it or something. So I've been playing with, like, various different groups of people that I've never played Overwatch with.
I got invited to a game the other day with Sweaty Gumbo. Mr. Gumbo.
You can say his username, Cataclysmic.
I got invited to a game the other day by Cataclysmic and his friends, and it was so weird because I'm friends with Cataclysmic, but I don't know these gentlemen. But we played 5 games together because they were all so jazzed about Overwatch. They weren't jazzed about any of the objectives, but that's another story. It felt so weird. Like, I was like, yes, we got it. And then they all kind of sat around. And I was like, you all played Halo, King of the Hill. Get on the square, please.
No, they have no idea. It's people. It's interesting. I feel like right now, everyone's being really nice. Everyone's right. So far, like, the hate is starting to slowly creep into quick play.
I have not had too many people yell at like literal children that I've seen playing, because a strangely high amount of kids are playing. But I'm almost there too. Sometimes it's like I'll get unnecessarily mad quietly, and I'm this close to getting mad out loud.
Dude, that's me every fucking game. I mean, he hears me every single game. Every single fucking game, I have something to say about everything. And I don't get it. Something about the game just makes me mad. And I'm also right now in the okay, people, everyone's new. I don't know when the Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde snap is gonna happen. I've been a little saucy in chat. I don't know, man. I'm worried it's coming soon.
I have seen slight toxicity try to creep in at the end of the game, because now people know you need to start typing immediately, because you have approximately 10 to 15 seconds to get all that out in there, get all of your toxicity in there before like it kicks you out at the end of the play of the game. And I've seen some people do it. Like
Who, me? Because I know I've been timing my shit. I'm like, okay, I know the song's like da 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 da. Okay, it's hitting the climax. Type quickly, be sassy at somebody, and then bam, that's it. They can't respond because it ends the lobby so quick.
But you are in danger of accidentally purchasing a Sojourn skin, which I still have not been refunded for.
Not anymore. Blizzard right now is really good at trying to fix things. Apparently that bug has been fixed, but as you were just about to say, they are not making it better for anyone who got goofed by it.
Also, can we hashtag free our boy Bastion?
Yes, please.
Yes,
okay,
I need to play him.
I never get to play damage, and now Overwatch 2 allows me to play damage, and my damage dealers have been cut in half. It was just him and Sombra, and now it's just Sombra. And much with the rising toxicity, people aren't enjoying defensive Sombra anymore.
Dude, Bastion was like my number 2 pick, like when things are getting dicey, and now I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do.
And it's funny because like they announced it like there are issues with Bastion and Torb where there are exploits that were happening, so they're like, oh, they're taking a little break, and then they reintroduced Torb, but they're like, but you still can't play him in comp yet because like they were still fixing a few things. But they just straight up removed Bastion altogether from the hero select screen. He's just like not there anymore.
And the thing is, you can still do the Torbjorn bug. I do it.
What even was the Torbjorn bug?
I don't do it. I was
a good boy, and I never knew about any of these things until they were already punished for them.
Okay.
What did Torb allegedly do?
So I've stopped doing this. I have, because I did it once, and I was like, wait, guys, should I be doing this? And everyone was like, stop doing it immediately. Or I'm like, all right, I'll stop doing it. So what you want to do is... you know his armor.
This is very reminiscent of like ex banger, like reacts to Breaking Bad clips. This is former Torb meanie reacts to Torb glitch.
Okay, so you know how you can press the armor button and then you have increased armor and you have increased attack speed. I don't remember what it's called because they changed the name of it from the armor packs.
Yeah.
So while it's active, you hold the button. Allegedly, you just hold the button that you press to activate it. And then at some point before it ends, you press it again. Now, some have said just holding it will do it. Some have said pressing it again will do it. If I had to say, my twin tried this, and he said that you want to press it again after holding it. And what it does is it elongates the armor and attack speed buff. Why is he still in the game? They're not deeming it like good enough to like pull him out like long term like Bastion, but I'm like, it's still pretty big.
Watch them have the fix be just that he has 2 charges of overclock or whatever it's called.
Honestly, I'd be okay with that. He's strong enough as it is. Also, what battle pass level are you guys? This is the real question. What's your battle pass level?
I want to say 37. The last thing I unlocked was the cyberpunk spray for Kiriko.
I just passed unlocking Kiriko if like you didn't have the thing. I believe
55?
I'm 58. I'm 58, I think.
Okay, I am like 43, 44. Bro, why the fuck is Kiriko... So they have a hero that you can unlock if you're new. She's at 55. The battle pass goes up to 80. 55 is way too high.
No,
that's high.
That is incredibly. I would have done 10, 15 at most. No, that is doo-doo butter that she is so high up there. And then
It's ridiculous.
if you are brand new, you cannot unlock all your guys until you've won something like 30, 35 games. That's too many.
Yeah, like for a win, good luck, new people. Getting wins is not easy out there.
Also, two quick Underwatch tips here. First off, when we're talking about the Battle Pass, SleepiTony and company told me when we were playing the other day that the Battle Pass doesn't actually end at 80. There's other things after that you can unlock. Like some of the titles and things are like prestige things past level 80.
What the fuck? Wait, this is hilarious. Guys, SleepiTony's a real person that he plays with who literally invited Immune to a game while me and Aaron were playing with my friend Bradley, and Immune left us to play with his fucking Underwatch podcast host, SleepiTony, and you got a legitimate tip? You got a secret cheat code from those little tiny books at the book fair? That goes past 80?
Ooh, I love those. I had the green one and the orange one.
Yes, me too. It was 2003 and 2004, I think. I think those were the years.
I can't say I ever had those books, but yes, SleepiTony did give me that hot tip. Well, I actually don't think it was SleepiTony, but like one of his friends. But anyways, my other quick tip is Slidewhistle was asking me about how to do the Mercy super jump the other day.
Oh,
and they made it a lot easier. I remember, if you guys remember in the beta, like it was doing it automatically.
Automatically. So you would pop up and then get your shit rocked every time.
Yeah, now it's not automatic, but it's a lot easier. So now, while you are mid-flight using your like whatever the leap to your ally is, while you are at any point while you're flying to your ally, you press whatever your crouch button is bound to. So if I think baseline on a keyboard is B. So you press B at any time along that, and then it just launches you up. I know Slidewhistle rebinds this stuff, so I don't know like what his crouch is.
I am now realizing why I didn't try it, because I'm like, I don't know what the fuck B what B is anymore. I don't know what those buttons are. I have never super jumped as Mercy, and she's like my main healer, so I don't know.
I mean, like, with how hard it was in Overwatch 1, I never did it purposely. I have a lot of hours on Mercy, and like I just couldn't do it properly. I mean, it's a skill issue, obviously, but yeah, I couldn't do it.
So if you guys want a fun shooter to play, download. It's free. Just fucking
can
ignore
free.
all the bullshit. They're gonna try to get you to pay a fucking arm and a leg for a stupid skin that nobody wants. Their modeling system is so bad. I could rant about how fucking terrible it is compared to other battle passes. I've been through so many battle passes across my career. This is honestly, it's not the worst, but it's like lower percentile, like 33% maybe, you know?
The gameplay of Overwatch is so fun that I still ask that people go and play it, despite the fact that everything else they are currently doing is garbaccio.
The gameplay is like, it's unmatchable. Like no other game feels like
I mean,
it's a shooter that's
old
not
heads
a shooter.
will say, Team Fortress 2.
No,
I will
way.
say this. All of the snipers that are killing me in Overwatch are actually real people. If you want them to be AI robots, then you can play Valve's favorite shooter.
No, I 100% agree with that. As a huge Team Fortress person, that was so much of my life, 100% agreed. The bots in that game are horrible.
Yeah, they're really bad.
Give it a shot. Try it out. Maybe you'll like it. Maybe you won't. Who knows? Now it's time for our top 2 bottom boot medium moot of the week. Fuck Underwatch and fuck SleepiTony. I got a bottom boot of this week, and
yeah, bottom boot, baby, that shit suck.
It's for the fucking. It's just to you fucking horde players out there. You horde players out there. Can you fuckers please, I'm begging you, log on to your undead characters and queue for Ashran. I feel like I have a sieve and I'm putting it in like just a pot of regular water. There's nothing in here. I pull the sieve up and there's no undead being caught. It's just empty. I legitimately logged into 2 Ashran games. The one we lost the first one horribly, which probably had all the undead in it. The second one we won. I gained 2 bones. 2 undead bones across 2 Ashran matches. So either we kill one undead twice and he quit? Like, what's going on? Where are you people?
Not gonna lie, I thought your bottom boot was just going to be horde people existing.
No, listen. We're working together now. We can tag the same factions, same mobs.
Episode 200, I still say fuck those guys.
I want you guys to stop playing on your alts and log on to your undead. Where's Tracer? Can we get Tracer with 2 R's in these Ashran queues? Please, let me kill you. Where's Homozygous, the undead warrior?
Is that your character?
Log into it for me and face me.
Don't worry. I will log on to Skeletra for the first time in 5 years. She will leave the Undercity. I'll get a big box of Rice Kitchen and help you out.
Fuck that. All right, I mean, what's your top 2 bottom boot, medium moot?
Well, I will place it at a medium moot for the week.
Medium.
And it's medium moot because I participated in Break the Meta this last week with some guildies.
I wasn't invited.
You were invited, but you just didn't want to. I can't really blame you. It's kind of a slow time. But we just did a few keys because I guess you just need to sign up on Raider.io and then at least do 2 15+ keys to qualify, and then I guess at some point you'll at least get a toy, which is a little banner that you can place down or something like that, and you might get a beta key. Like, I don't care about that because I have one. But like, okay, so the top 2 portion of this is that like is fun. Break the Meta is fun, but the bottom boot portion that makes it even out to a medium moot is that like I had to do it as disc because Holy is actually a meta. So
I forgot you had to do it as disc. No, it was only 15 though, right? Isn't that what you said?
Yeah, we did 2 15s, and it wasn't that bad. I just really don't like disc dungeon healing. I mean, it is a lot weaker than Holy Priest. So I feel like at any given point, anyone can die because it's just like hard to keep everyone up. I don't know.
And this isn't to be rude or anything. Oh god.
Oh, it is to be rude. I hate disc. Fuck disc.
Oh no, I mean from what I'm about to say to you, not from this. I feel like you are not as attentive for preemptive healing opposed to post taking damage
reactive
healing.
healing.
That makes sense. Reactive healing is what I'm looking for. Because like you have to set up so much for disc and like you never catch the chat. And so I just feel like not catching the chat has to be with not being able to, you know what I mean? Like you react so quickly as Holy that things are healed in an instant. But it's harder for you to do as disc because how the fuck do you even do proactive healing in the first place? Let alone how do you do it after being the most reactive healer like for forever? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I would say Resto Druid is also like proactive, and I'm decent at that.
That's fair.
But yeah, like in general, yeah, disc is a little more complicated to me, and I'm just not good at it.
It's like such a foreign. It's like me playing Boomkin. Like for me, a druid is up close with my claws and my teeth and my little red, and I'm gonna kill you. And then Boomkins are just like, I'm way back here, and I'm gonna cast 15 spells of the pace of a snail.
Yeah, but that's my medium mood of the week. I mean, like I feel like I could get good at disc if I just tried a little bit, but like I don't know. I just feel like I've always been Team Holy Priest, so that's that.
It is cool that you got like a exclusive like toy. Like, do you know what the banner is gonna look like? Is it gonna look like a fun? Like, is it big? Is it skinny?
It's skinny. I know. I have no idea. I only joined this because they needed a healer, and they're like, "Hey, Immune, can you help us?" I'm like, "Sure, I guess."
When I saw who was doing it, I was like,
But yeah, Aaron, what's your TTBBMM?
You know what? I hate to say it, but it's a bottom boot this week.
Oh, what is it?
Boo.
Well, with the last 2 weeks of Season 4, I know some of the guildies were looking to finish KSM, get some runs in, so our good friend, Lovable Gandolin, requested Slidewhistle, Immunization, and not me. You're dead to me, Gandolin. You're fucking out of here in Dragonflight. I better not see you at the Purple Palace again, or else I'm taking my earrings off. It is on. I don't wear shoes, but if I did, I would taking those motherfuckers off to clonk you in the head. What?
Okay.
I'm not good enough?
I had a lot of theories. How many of the Uno Mas additional BattleNet chats are you in?
I mean, probably
group
none.
chats.
I will fully understand. I am in nothing additional that I need to do.
Okay, so
But-
you're not in key runs and you're not in cross server chat.
I do key runs
No,
occasionally.
but are you in the key runs chat?
Okay, probably not.
Okay, so here's what I think happened. I think Gandalin was looking at the Uno Mas cross server BattleNet group chat, which people from like who play on other servers like Gurgi and Mathurin post in are like, hey, I can join this if you guys need anybody, and we'll be like, oh yeah, come on. I think that he was in one of these two chats. And he can see everyone who's in this chat, and he sees me and Immune constantly in Overwatch 2, and he's been talking about it a lot with Ash in the Discord for our guild. So I think he's like, I'm going to add everybody who's playing Overwatch 2 in this chat, which was me and Immune and Honors. I think that's all he added. That's my current running theory.
Or he heard one of the episodes where I'd say I was going to be his third, and he looked me up on JDate and said, ew, yuck, yucky. I don't want to invite him.
It
I
could
don't
be
like
Fire
that-
Mage pettiness.
You know what? I did do 1 extra point of damage compared to him. It feels good to be on. This is a top 2 now. Your boy is he's the cream of the crop, baby. Which also is not accurate, but I'll pretend that was the reason.
Hey, you just ask him.
Can you imagine how fucking
Adam,
awkward that would be?
Add him.
Add him, and then be
he'll
like-
question. He'd be like, what the fuck is this?
Hey, buddy, couldn't help but notice you didn't add me. Do you hate me? Do you hate me? And then have this random man I only tangentially know be like, no, you're epic. You're cool. I don't dislike you.
If it makes you feel any better, he didn't message me. So we haven't played Overwatch together, so who knows? But he has been in the menus a lot, so I think that's what it was. That's my current theory.
You know who else has been in the menus? All of our lovely patrons. Every single one of them. They fired up Overwatch 2, didn't play a game, just sat in the menus. These heroes include Command Sergeant Major Tjurla, 4th host of the podcast Your Monkey, Ahoy Vince. Actually, I did play a game with her. Ahoy Vince, aka Nathanos, killed himself to see Sylvana, so she won't even pick up the phone. NSYNC / Drag Race, Azarin, Mitch, who wants the pod to know that the hunters of Uno Mas are burly boys.
Episode 200.
Crucifix, Cardicay, Saracen Hawk, 3 Duck Dorno. Gershie Squirts. Ooh, a squirt. Hoax, asking Growliina to say, for the Horde. Vanderlyle, generational talent, Smurf debased god. Slidewhistle says,
Fuck Craig.
and Will, a.k.a. Tyre, trade chat's fallen father.
Episode 200.
200! I like
Insert
that
air
part.
horns here.
I like the part where we talked about Overwatch and other stuff for a while. That makes it extra special.
If you guys want to send us 200 emails, send it to us at donotrelenttpod@gmail.com or tweet at us at the Twitter at donotrelenttpod. What about you, banana heads? Where can we find you on the internet?
Oh man, what a day. I'm a banana head on the 200th episode of Do Not Relent.
200 Menards jokes.
Save big money at Menards.
Oh my god. Anyways, you can find me, Alex, or Immunization on Twitter at New Era Alex. You can follow our podcast Instagram account on the gram at Do Not Relent. You can join our Discord at DoNotRelent.com.
200.
You can find me, Aaron the Human, at The Big Cheesy on Twitter.com. Read the show's literary musings at DoNotRelent.LiveJournal.com. Wrote one today from work. Not supposed to do that anymore, but I did.
Whoa, hey, new job. What are you doing, man?
Yeah, new job. I'm going to ruin things. Well, the boss man is breathing down my neck for this week, but then he's going to leave me alone and I can fart all I want. I already have an old bottle of Mountain Dew that I plan to down when the boss man's gone.
After that sick video you made, I think you'll be off your back for a couple months.
No. We have something we're doing tomorrow.
Fuck.
But after that...
200!
But after that, I might be streaming at twitch.tv/AaronDNR. Maybe I'll stream Persona 5 Royal. I'm gonna fuck my teacher.
Dude, I was never able to finish off Kamoshida's castle. Never, I never finished it. I feel like it never ended. It never
gym
ended.
Teacher?
I was in that I'm in that castle for like 20 hours. Like, why am I there for so long?
Yeah, because the tutorial one, so it's like you do 5 steps, and then Crow is like, we gotta go back.
I like the gameplay. The castle, man. The castle really drained my soul.
But, guys, as a quick side note before we end the episode,
What?
Sigma in Overwatch.
Dr. Toes?
Mr. Toes?
When he crouches, what do you think he does?
Whoa, I've never crouched as him, and I've been playing a lot of Sigma recently.
Do you? Can you? I
He
thought
crouches
maybe...
Zenyatta? Can Zen crouch?
No, Zen can't crouch.
Then Sigma cannot crouch, is my final thesis statement. Hypothesis.
You know, I just figured he would hover less.
like half.
What if he did just stand on the ground? Like you crouched and his little footies actually did touch the floor.
That would be a fantastic change that they should make. Like Zen just like, I'm standing on 2 feet. What's up?
Ooh, imagine Echo doing that, and then when she crouches, you're like ting 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 ting.
Ugh. All right, well with that we're out of here. Catch us on next week episode of Do Not Relent.
201, it'll be just like this one.
And remember,
Another down. Do not relent.
Do Not Relent is a podcast within the 3HNC network, representing U.S. Proudmoore's premier podcasts.
That was a very good wish.